In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am the host of this particular program, known here on the internet as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your brother, and hopefully your friend, Talik Ibn Ra. I remember a few years back when I was suffering under incarceration. I was held unjustly in a mental facility, and during that particular time of being incarcerated, you would think that a person would need all the support, all the love that they can get from their family and friends, of which I did receive. However, during this period of time, I was speaking with one of my relatives, and this experience of being incarcerated changed my way of thinking, because I went into incarceration a believer in God, but when I left, I was transformed into a disbeliever. Now, in most cases, many people who become imprisoned, become jailed, incarcerated, they go into prison, they go into jail. They might not be a real believer in God, they might believe, but they don't really trip off of it until they got into trouble. Then all of a sudden, once they become incarcerated, once they become jailed, all of a sudden this light flash, and they are born again, and they really become a believer in this God. This, for me, was quite the opposite. I went into incarceration a believer, and I left a disbeliever. And so, since the majority of my family are believers in God, when I began to tell them of my change, of my transformation, and began to tell them of my observations of the flaws and the errors in these religious belief systems, some people can't handle that and they become angry. So I had this one particular relative who knew me as long as I have been on this planet. They was a great influence in my life, and I love them very much. But when I told them I no longer believe in God, and I told them of the different errors, the different flaws in their religious belief system, this prompted them to become very, very angry. And they began not to see me as the little boy that they've known all my life. It seems as though a great hatred. This particular relative said, "How dare you attack my belief?" I'm not attacking nobody. I'm just telling you what I observed. And I'm bringing you questions. But they don't like it. Well, since you don't believe in God no more, all those books and everything I did for you while you've been there, Give me all my stuff back. Put it in a package and send me all my stuff back. Oh, woo! Ain't that some stuff? Here's my relative. This is my flesh and blood. Because of a religious belief system. Because I question what they believe. Because I just offer my observations. Has nothing to do with you. I'm not questioning God. I'm questioning what you are being taught. I'm offering an observation of what you're being taught. They don't like that. So this particular relative stopped talking to me. I did not hear from this relative for about a year. Then all of a sudden, one day on my birth anniversary, I received a call and it was them. And I didn't even bring the subject up, but I continued to be who I am. Because who I am, I observe the flaw in the error in religious belief system. And that's how I'm going to talk. You want me to deny myself for your religious belief system or anything that you believe. Black folks, we have this problem. We can't disagree with somebody without us believing they hate us. I don't care what you think. You have a right to freedom of speech. You can talk about me all day long. And if you are civil, if you are cordial, if you're not profane, you can talk about me like a dog on my own videos. I could care less. Because only the real truth bothers me. Now, I don't want you to come to my video and putting all this nonsense, garbage. But I don't care about that. You have a right, freedom of speech, who cares? But you know, on YouTube, people have poor social skills and y'all silly. You know, y'all, the people on YouTube are just so silly. I don't even know why I'm here. Because YouTube, not everybody, of course not everybody, but it's just so many of you, your intelligence level is just so poor. Black folks don't like to be proven wrong. Because when they believe in Jesus, when they believe in Muhammad, when they believe in whatever they believe in, they become loyal, mindless robots. And Jesus can't be wrong. Muhammad can't, God can't be wrong. But when you show them the error, when you show them the flaw, they get upset because in their mind, it's impossible. I have the supreme wisdom. I'm a know-it-all. I know everything. And they can even threaten your life. I'll kill you. I'll blow your brains out. They want to debate you all day long, but they don't know how to debate. And since their religious belief system, since what they're talking about is not of their opinion, they are not the originators, their debate skills is poor because they really don't know what they're talking about because they did not formulate the opinion. So while they call themselves debating, the only thing they're going to do is talk about your New York shirt, your Malcolm X pen, you don't have no hair on your head, your mom is a monkey, all kinds of dumb stuff. We have to learn, just because, and I told my relatives this, just because a person disagrees with your belief system, why does that mean that you think they hate you? I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I don't dislike or hate your belief system. I'm just letting you know and presenting my observation. Just because I'm a vegetarian, just because you're a meat eater, does that mean we can't play basketball together? Does that mean we can't go to the movies together? Because you're a Christian, I'm a Muslim, that means we can't fall in love? We're going to allow belief, religious systems, and other things to destroy and hinder a match made in heaven? But that's how we are. See, brothers and sisters, black man and woman in America, all of you under the sound of my voice, we are a match made in heaven. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, every time that you see a black man, every time you see a black woman, you see God. But we don't treat each other like that. Because if you view me as God, if I view you as God, how can we mistreat one another when we have so much respect for God? It's impossible. But we are liars even in our religious belief system. I challenge the Christians and I can show them how they are liars. I challenge the Muslims, I can show how they are liars, they're hypocrites. The first thing they say, oh, we're weak. You know, that's the flesh. All kinds of excuses. You know, it's much easier if we help one another. This community needs to be healed. And the only way it can be healed is for us to work together. And we will never agree like that. But you have to come together. It's like a marriage. You have to come together and compromise for the benefit of the whole. We will never agree 100%. It has never been done in the history of men. It has never been done even in the history of animals. But you have to compromise. You have to be able to stop being so emotional and sensitive because somebody don't like what you believe. So what? Do you think I really care if people don't believe and reject what I'm saying? You don't see me getting angry. Oh, you're going to go to hell because you don't believe in what I say on the Realities Temple. You never hear me say that. You never hear me get angry and upset over what nobody has to say about this ministry except foolishness. And y'all know you're good at that. We need to learn how to be friends despite difference. This community, these black people of America, you can't move forward without the other brother or the other sister. Whether they wear weeds or they're a thug or whatever, we have to get our people together. And those who think they already have it together, then why aren't you? You're divided. This one going this way, that one going that way. The head don't know what it's doing. So how can the body follow? Because the head is messed up. You and I who claim that we are awake, we are the head, but we can't get it together. Think about it. Just because I disagree with you don't mean I hate you. Don't mean we can't talk, we can't work together. Stop being so emotional and sensitive. Then y'all men talk about how sensitive and emotional women are. Y'all got just as worse. Jot down your comments. Let's talk about it. This was and is the Realities Temple on earth.